Hello and welcome to Sobrix. I'm Adam and this is Sobrix. This is my channel for reviewing Lego sets and building them and other Lego related stuff. In this video, I will be taking a look at the Lego Santa's Sleigh set. This will be coming out on December 25th, so I thought this was pretty interesting. It is set number 40499. It has 343 pieces, and I paid $28 for this. This actually retails for $40. I think a big part of that, not only is the piece count high, that's a minifigure, but also because of the reindeer. You know, animal molds like that will drive a price up. The sleigh looks like it's nicely designed. $40 is probably fair, but I did want to find this on sale. If I could have found it for $32, that would have been acceptable probably, but I was able to get this for 30% off, $12 off, bringing us down to $28, which seems like a really good deal. So I'm excited to get into this. This is one I've looked at for a while, and happy to be able to take a look. So in this video, I'm going to open this up, I'm going to put this together, and then I'm going to share my thoughts on it while I build. I'll speed the video up, and then I'll slow it back down to review this set. So until then, enjoy. Okay, so while we look at the build for this Lego Santa's Sleigh Christmas holiday set, I just wanted to say thanks for watching, and then remind you, if you like the video, click the thumbs up. If you like my other videos, click the subscribe button. If you want to support the channel, you can do that here with membership, supers, and thanks. Give money to the channel on Patreon, buy me a coffee, all that stuff really helps. And then I wanted to talk about the build. So the very start of this is actually like a lot of accessories here. We put together the minifigure, we put in a couple of the pieces to fill in the reindeer, and then we build all these presents and all that, and then we can start working on the actual bulk of the build and the sleigh. So a lot of red in here, there's some green, there's some good techniques in here, I thought, and it really starts coming together, you know, as this builds out. But we're sort of laying the groundwork for where the seat is going to be, where Santa might sit, as well as some kind of storage areas here. And then in the next bag of pieces, we add on a bunch more finishing touches, really rounding out the curves on the kind of side walls there, some gold accents. There's a couple stickers in this set, but nothing too crazy. They all go on pretty nicely, and they add a lot to it. There's a little bit of a feature, kind of a hidden storage compartment at the back, which is nice. And then we build up the front. There's some interesting techniques up here, or just interesting piece usages to kind of make all of the curves and everything flow together up there. And then we add on the kind of skis for the bottom, and then a bunch of these gold kind of accents all throughout to really give it some more pop and make it more regal. And then we kind of make the reins for the reindeer, so we can all have them attached to the front of the sleigh. A couple more stickers added on here, so you have the alternate pieces to switch out the backs, and then we can attach them to the sleigh there, so they can pull that along through the sky and deliver all those gifts. So that's it, and now on to my review for this set. Okay, so here we have the Lego winter holiday Santa's Sleigh set. This is really cool. I enjoyed this a lot. I'm still glad I got it on sale or on a discount, but there's a lot of good stuff here, and I'm very pleased with it so far. So there's a lot to get into, and we will start that right away. I forgot to take the extra pieces out of my little Ziploc bag that I use, or I use those bags to store extra pieces when I'm have finished building something, but then haven't reviewed it yet. But we will get right into this, and the first thing we will look at is the minifigure, because you do get one. This is the Santa minifigure, pretty common but pretty good. They do have a really nice printed tile here that says Santa's nice list, and it has a bunch of names on there. Some of the names feel like they're readable. Some of them, the printing for the names makes it a little bit harder, but I can make out at least a couple of them. But overall, this is a nice printed tile on that 2x3. I think that's really good. Santa, pretty common figure, but it's good nonetheless. So they have their nice hat here. This is dual molded. So it's got the red and the white there, and it's kind of folded over, which is nice. Looking at the face, we also have the kind of facial hair, the white beard here. If we pop that off, we can see that we have kind of the older kind of gray and white kind of facial hair going around there, the mustache, we have a mouth, the eyes, no alternate face for this one. And then looking at the torso, we have Santa's red jacket, red suit there, has the nice buckle going across, some buttons, and also has the kind of fur lining or fluff lining there. Nothing on the arms, white hands, maybe for gloves there. Nothing on the midsection, nothing on the legs, but the legs are dual molded, which is nice to kind of look like maybe Santa's boots here, which is very good. And then looking at the back, we have the continuation of the belt and the fur, as well as a candy cane kind of stuck back there, which is a nice little detail. And that's the figure in this set. I'm sure there are many versions of Santa figures, or maybe not many, but there are different ones. This one feels pretty standard. I have to see if it's the same one that's in some of like maybe the Winter Village and stuff, and I don't think it is. I mean, there's a little bit of a difference. At the very least, I have one from the newest Winter Village, the post office one. I think the face is a little bit different. It does not have all of the kind of gray. It's a different expression underneath here. So this one is slightly different. Torso looks pretty much the same, although the buckles look to be different size. And then if we look at the rear, this one from the new post office North Pole winter collection set does not have the candy cane. So just some subtle differences there, not a ton of differences. The hat might be a little bit different too, just based on how it looks from the back, but maybe not. Either way, there's a couple differences there, but nice to get that. And then we have, besides the minifigure, we have some animal molds here. These are pretty good. They are all the same, but you get 4 reindeer in this set, and I'll kind of show what these look like. Like I said, they're all the same. The reindeer are dual molded, so they can't pose or anything like that, but the kind of main body color is all molded, and then the antlers are molded, but this uses kind of the flexible, sort of soft, almost rubbery plastic for the antlers, which is a good choice. Those look really, really nice. They hold their shape well. We do have printing kind of for the fur or the hair on the breast or the chest or on the neck there, as well as the nose and mouth and the eyes in there. And yeah, the legs don't move, the head doesn't move or anything like that. We do currently have them with the kind of like reins sort of attached here, but you can pop this out. You could have a character maybe riding in there. You also get the 1x2 brick and tile in there to kind of fill in that gap if you were wanting these to kind of be detached from the sleigh, which is okay. Overall, I think these are really nice. You do get 4 of them. That's not, as many as maybe Santa has in a song, but that's okay. It's good to get a lot of these. I would say it's like a medium-sized animal, sort of, but that's very nice to get 4, and I think they look quite good, so I'm happy with that. And I'll just reattach these here for now, and we can move on to kind of some of the other extras, little side buildy type things that we have going on. So besides the figures there, we have a bunch of like gifts and different things. So, and actually some of these were pretty difficult for me, just because of the colors. I'm gonna actually remove these here so we can look at things a little bit easier. And I'll dump this out. There was a couple of these where I did make some mistakes and had to move some different things around and stuff like that. So we have a lot of little accessories there, and I also maybe spoiled a little function or feature. We do have the carrot and the pretzel, maybe for snacks or food for the reindeer, which are good. And then we have a bunch of presents built in different ways. So some of them are like striped wrapping. This one is, not as big as the other one, and they use these cheese wedges kind of as a bow. Same here. And then we have a bunch of them that are in various colors, various shapes and sizes, that use like a flower stud for the bow or the ribbon on top. And you can see kind of what these look like, different sizes, using 2x2 bricks, 1x2 bricks, some plates and jumper plates, a 1x1 brick. So all of those are little presents there. We also get a teddy bear present, so good printing for the teddy bear, pretty common piece. We get a set of skis, and I am missing one of them, which is I'm not sure if I will be able to find that. Let me double check because I might have some idea here. Okay, so you do get a set of skis for a minifigure, as well as the kind of ski pole accessories there. These have been used for a lot of different stuff. These have been as well, but either way, you get a pair of those, and then you also get a guitar. The nice one, kind of looks like maybe acoustic, sort of is what they're going for, but it's in white. And then we have the nice like silver for the strings and everything, and good printing and different details in there, as well as like raises for the tuning knobs and the I don't remember what that's called, but you do get a guitar as well. So a good assortment of like gifts and accessories here that can be used to populate the rest of the set. And then we have the sleigh, which is kind of the main thing that you build here. Before we look at that, we can talk a little bit about how this is all constructed. So when we remove the 1x2 with the tile, the brick with the tile on top that can fill in, we kind of make a replacement for that. And that is using a stud on the side brick, a kind of layer of plates with a clip on the inside in gold, tile across the top, as well as stickers. Those stickers are all identical. You get 4 of them, and you build these pretty much the same way, but they are mirrored left to right, so that the kind of angled plate there is on the outside. If we clip or remove all these again, we can see what the reins look like. It's pretty simple but effective, and we'll look at that. So the main kind of stuff here is this pearl gold kind of flexible tubing that is okay. That does give you a little bit of leeway to work with. We clip some stuff onto that. We use the 1x2 rounded hollow stud, a couple clips, then the gold kind of grate piece or vented tile there. Same back here. You can like slide those up and down to space them out. At the rear, we clip on a couple pieces. We use the bar, or the stud with the bar coming off of it, these clips, and then these bar receiving pieces with a bar attached that you can clip onto. Just some pearl gold bar elements that have the little like notch on them, and then these same kind of parts at the other end. And then this can just be clipped to the sleigh, and this can be clipped to all of the reindeer. I believe it's actually supposed to go like with the front ones being just in front of the kind of little part that holds them together, the kind of bridge for the reins like that. And I believe I have this upside down right now, but I can pretty easily spin these pieces around and get it looking right. So you can kind of articulate this a little bit. You could spin this left and right a little bit. You do have some leeway to just make this attach and look the way that a person might want it to look. And then the main kind of build here, which actually takes up a good amount of the pieces, is the sleigh itself. And I think this is a really good looking sleigh. It was fun to build and some nice techniques, and overall I'm pretty happy with what I have here. So that's really nice. You start by building it with some, I don't know if those are 8x8s or 6x6s, something like that. Some plate in there. It doesn't use like a chassis piece or anything like that. It is about 8 studs wide, a little bit wider when you add on kind of the details on the side. You can see these skis here that are used for these sleigh. Those are like the kind of Technic ones, or that have the Technic pinhole, kind of the landing gear, and you can sort of line those up. There's also a lot of these kind of 2x2 with the 2 studs on the side pieces throughout there. We basically build up the walls, and then there's some different compartments. So we have the back of the sleigh here, which is open, which is where we can load a bunch of the presents and gifts, and there's a good amount of space in there, and you can kind of organize it the way you want. We have a really nice brick built bench here with the tan. There's also something underneath this, and I'm not sure if that is supposed to be some other present or some other thing. There's like a stud on the side kind of brick in there, and we put these jumpers and the cheese wedges on there, and maybe that's just supposed to be, well, I don't know, it's kind of a hidden little detail under there. Maybe it's something that got lost under the seat, although it's not it doesn't come out like a full kind of present like the ones over here, and it's a little bit difficult to get access to, and right now I'm really struggling to get this attached, because access in here for people with big hands like me might struggle with that, but that is okay. Santa can be studied down on here. It doesn't look, the proportions of this are a little bit weird, but we can get kind of the Santa figure on there. You could probably have more than one figure on here if you wanted to offset them a little bit, but that's okay. We do have like some space for the feet area underneath. There are a couple more stickers in this set. The rest of them are on here. So one of them is this cool kind of like globe or map of the world, GPS looking kind of thing, but also has some whimsy and some holiday kind of details on there. These like kind of markings down here are similar to the ones that are on like the reins for the reindeer there. The whole like front end of this is really nice. If you look through there, we have some different kind of building techniques throughout, using like candlestick or like torch like pieces in there, lots of stuff. This curve is really nice. This piece has a sticker on it that says SC, and then we have the clips above that as well as the modified plate with the rail there. That is where we can attach the reins, so we can clip those on there. Nice tile out front, and then there's a lot of like gold accents throughout here. So we have the gold stars on the side, the roller skates used kind of for an adornment there, and then across the side as well we have different stuff, just like a gold bar clipped in here. Here we have like the gold kind of ice cream-ish looking piece, a couple gold lightsaber hilts, the bar connecting those, and then some of these kind of botanical sort of curly Q wrought iron looking pieces in the pearl gold. That's the same on the other side. There's no stickers on the side here, and it just looks really, really nice. So there's some bigger like panel pieces in there, but you can see a lot of this is just really solid brick building to get nice curves throughout here. I think overall the shaping is really, really good. It flows really nicely, and it looks right to me. The proportions are weird, but other than that, it's pretty good. We also have the kind of gold bars up there, the divider. And then looking at the back, we have a couple more stickers back here. We have the license plate sticker, which is 54N74, which kind of spells Santa, you know, if you were using letters as, or numbers as letters. 5 is kind of like an S, an A. The 7 is kind of a T, and then the 4 is an A as well. A couple other stickers up here with additional detail. Those are on nice curved pieces there. And then I already kind of showed this, but there is kind of some extra storage. So all of the space that is underneath this floor where we can put some of the gifts and everything, some of the cargo, we have a space down here that's got like tiles on the inside where this can attach, and this is kind of the whole kind of trunk or boot or whatever for that. Slides in there really, really nicely. It's not like studded down, but there's enough friction. It's easy enough to get in and out, which is fine. And then you can like put stuff in there. For example, the like pretzel and maybe the carrot or something like that can be in there. I was really hoping we could fit kind of more of the toys and gifts and presents in there, and I'm not sure. I maybe, you know, you're confined with space a little bit here, and I can kind of go through trying to like organize how these things all lay in here. It's, you know, you can get a little bit creative. You can also just dump them in here, but in order to get certain things like peeking out and have some differences of color and shapes, you might have to do a little bit of like jigsaw kind of stuff to get these all in there. And right now, like the teddy bear is pretty much covered, and the skis and the guitar, they're kind of all located in the same spot, and then we still have like another one here. You can kind of spend a little bit of time kind of getting those to lay in a way that displays nice or plays nice. None of them are like studded down in this configuration, so they do all like fit back there. I maybe would have liked if this was a little bit bigger down here, so we could like store more stuff back there. I just would think that that's kind of useful, but that is just my own thing. It is nice that it has that feature. It is a good use of space. It is pretty hard to tell right off the bat. So if you didn't know, this is like very flush and works really, really well, while also not being like crazily studded down or anything like that. So I think that's pretty good use of space in here. And then that's kind of everything, and I can put this back together. I'm going to kind of see if I can't get these in a more fun kind of way to kind of store this stuff, so we can see what we can do here. And color wise, I'm not doing the best, but that is okay. So we kind of have those there. I'll clip on the rest of this. I was thinking one of the things I would have liked to have seen is maybe like these could be stored somewhere. I thought maybe like under the seat or between here, if those could have fit back here, that would have been nice, just to like easily swap them out. Then we would have had to have a place to like store this stuff too, but maybe these could just remain attached to the reins or something. So if like the reindeer were detached, the reins can kind of stay there or lay on the ground, so we can just kind of pop the reindeers off of there. That didn't work, but I'm assuming you could kind of pop these off and leave the clips on. It just might, well, maybe I can't, but there's some way that is sort of a storage for when they're not in them. I would like for these kind of pieces to fill in the reindeer backs, to be kind of stored somewhere, like located on here, so we can keep them safe, know where they are, have access to them no matter where, if this is being played with or displayed. It is just kind of a nice consideration. I do like extra storage like that, and I haven't found like a great place to do them. I maybe thought these could go in like under the presents for a layer and then fill it up on top. It would give it some extra volume back there, and have a place to store them, but there's not a ton of room back there. And this, it's like it's a good use of space for the most part, but it doesn't actually store that much, so we're pretty limited back here. It's pretty shallow, and there's not just a ton of acreage back there, so not the best. I mean, I would have liked to have been able to store some more stuff in different ways, and that's kind of everything that's in this set. So it's one minifigure, 4 reindeer, which are nice, and then the pretty robust sleigh, and all the little accessories and everything like that. So I think I covered all these stickers. I don't know where the sticker sheet is, but we just have the one on the front here, the map, the 3 on the rear, the license plate, and the couple details, and then we have the ones on the reindeer kind of reins or whatever. So that's kind of what this looks like. I think it looks great from the top down. I think it also looks great from the side. I'm trying to avoid spilling out all of the contents of the back. These can kind of, get into different positions here, but that works really, really well. And I think this is pretty good. I don't know how much these reindeer are worth because they're somewhat readily available in sets that come with a lot of them, but when taking into account like animal molds for value considerations, I think it's meaningful to kind of put some of the value of the set in here, but I'll talk more about the value in a second. I did want to show those extra pieces. It's all your 1x1s, your studs, your tiles, the ski pole there, some of the gold pieces like the star or the roller skate, the lightsaber hilt. We get an extra of the facial hair there, the twig maybe for the carrot top, different flower studs used for bows, all your 1x1s, your studs, your tiles, your little pieces, slopes, all of that good stuff. So good to get those. And this set is 343 pieces, 1 figure, 4 reindeer, and it retails for $40. So 343 pieces for $40 isn't outrageous. There are a lot of small pieces in here. There's not an insignificant amount of pieces dedicated to here's 8 pieces right here, and then all the kind of cargo, all the little gifts back there. But I paid $28 for this, which is 30% off, so $12 off of 40. And for $28, this feels really, really great. There's like a good amount of plastic here. There's actually a really fair amount of legitimate building and stuff, which I really enjoyed. And then it's nice to get 4 of these kind of medium animal molds all in one set. If I were to check like how much these go for on their own, I'm assuming it's not very much, but let me see here. So this is the medium nougat stag reindeer. Is that the one I am looking at right now? I believe it is. So it looks like they might go for $5 a piece or something, $5 a piece, roughly $4 a piece, roughly. I mean, this Santa's Sleigh set came out in 2021, and it kind of comes around every holiday season. And the only other set that these medium nougat deer are in is the Elf Clubhouse, and that is from 2020. That has been retired. It's like the Winter Village collection, but when it was still part of Creator Expert, not like Icons. There's only one in there, so maybe they're not as common as I thought, just because they're not in a ton of sets. But because there's 4 of them in this one set, they are, so in terms of value. It looks to me like the listed prices for these in the US where I am located is probably in the $5, $6, $7 kind of range. I'm trying to see, because right now I'm only seeing Germany and Belgium and different Denmark, USA. Maybe the cheapest one in the USA for me is $5.75 for one of these. So if we were saying they're $5 a piece, I mean, that's $20 right there, plus the figure and then all the building and everything, which is substantial. I mean, I think that makes sense sort of for the $40 price point. If these are $5 a piece, that's $20. The rest of the sleigh and everything plus the figure is maybe $20. That gets us to $40. Thinking about it at $28, that is a big deal, I think, especially considering that the values of these reindeer on their own, as far as I can tell. So I think I got a great deal on this. I actually don't think the $40 is that bad, considering for people who want to like get a bunch of these. There's probably a way to, get 2 of these sets, combine them in some way, and extend the reindeer kind of that are pulling the sleigh out a little bit more, which I think could be very cool as a display piece. This is a nice set. I don't know how long it's going to be in production or like when it's going to retire. So it's been around for a little bit, and it's because like our holiday sets, they sort of come around every year for a while, but they are likely to retire at a certain point. And so I'm sort of glad I was able to pick this up for the deal I did when I did in the year 2024. So I'm very happy with this. I thought this was great. I think the deal here is pretty nice. Value-wise, it's good. It's a fun build, and I'm happy to have this to celebrate the holiday winter season for this year. So very enjoyable to me, and that's it. So if you like this video, please click the thumbs up and give it a like. If you like my other videos, click the subscribe button down below so you can stay up to date on all the Lego videos I'll be doing here in the future, including more holiday themed stuff, and then tons of other Lego sets. I have a big backlog of like retired sets and different stuff of all different sizes, including like a older modular building and stuff like that. And then all of the new sets that are releasing at the start of 2025. I'm going to be covering those. So if you're interested in hearing my thoughts about any of those, maybe consider subscribing. It helps me a lot. If you want to support the channel in a different way by giving money to the channel, you could do that here on YouTube with membership supers and thanks. I also have a Patreon you can give money to. There's also a Buy Me a Coffee link. All of those things help like financially support the channel. I do pay for all of these with my own money. Very occasionally I'll get something as a gift or sent to me, which is another great way to support. But for the most part, I pay for all of these, and in order to like help kind of ease the financial burden of doing these videos, you can send some support your way, but it's not needed, it's not necessary. I love to do these, and so it's very much for me, and if people out there get value out of it, then that is just a bonus. But I'm very happy to be able to talk about Lego like this, and I think if you're interested, maybe consider checking that out, giving money to the channel. And with all of that said, until next time, thanks. Bye.